When we speak about Russian people, you usually imagine some Eastern European type of white guy that holds a beer or a vodka bottle. Well, not exactly.
East Asian nation of China, there exists an ethnic Russian minority who have been living in China from as early as the 17th century. The Russian Chinese are estimated to number around 16,000 people.
If you can believe it, yes, there is a Russian minority. Russia.
And are primarily concentrated in China's northern provinces. The first arrival of Russians in China can be traced back to the 1600s, when Russian war captives were brought to China during the Qing dynasty and were later incorporated into several Chinese military divisions. The Russians resided mainly in the northeastern areas of the city of Beijing and were referred to as Albazinians by surrounding Chinese ethnic groups. During the 18th century,
if we have to be specific, the whole world is mixed in, so nothing to be surprised about it. The only thing that I am surprised is that these Russian, Chinese, Russian, I do not know how to say the mix, they do not look Asian at all.
Some Russian refugees fled to China due to religious persecution in Tsarist Russia and were allowed to settle in the northernmost parts of China's Xinjiang province.
Home.
These Russian refugees were referred to as Georgiaks by the surrounding population and were known for their devout adherence to Orthodox Christianity and for rarely interacting with others outside their own communities.
This is exactly how I would like to live, rarely interacting with other communities. They had a peaceful life.
In the year 1896, the Russian Empire was granted a concession by the Qing dynasty of China to build and operate the Chinese Eastern Railway across the Manchuria region of northeastern China in exchange for a secret military alliance against the Japanese Empire. The Russians selected a small village called Harbin as their base of administration over the railway and gradually began forming large-scale settlements in the area. Harbin eventually grew into a large city and became the economic hub of northeastern China and an international metropolis. The city of Harbin very much resembled the cities found in mainland Russia at the time and was greatly influenced by the Russian language, architecture, and Russian Orthodox Christianity.
It doesn't look like it's in China at all, and that makes it beautiful.
During the Russian Revolution of 1917, a large number of Russian refugees fled to China, particularly to the city of Harbin, in an effort to escape from political instability, economic hardships, and persecution. After the establishment of the Soviet Union in the year 1922, the vast majority of the Russian refugees became stateless and
see, all of these kids are happy despite what they are going through, and we're not appreciating the time that we live in.
Eventually left China to settle in other countries that offered a stable political environment and better economic opportunities. A small minority of the Russian refugees remained in China and were given Chinese citizenship.
I'm quickly gonna stop on this picture. Just want to tell you that here in Bulgaria, during the same period of time, the Bulgarian soldiers were looking like 90% alike with these people. Most of the Slavic countries had very similar uniforms.
Following the founding of the People's Republic of China by the Chinese Communist Party in the year 1949. Although the majority of the Russian Chinese can still speak the
I don't know if you know what type of musical instrument this is, but here in Bulgaria we call it accordion. And a lot of people used to play it, now it's less and less with each generation. But it has some nice music on it.
Russian language, they all speak the Chinese language fluently and have been fully assimilated into mainstream Chinese society. The vast majority of the Russian Chinese community have also widely adopted traditional Chinese names in an effort to acculturate with the surrounding Chinese population. The Russian Chinese primarily adhere to Russian Orthodox Christianity and observe many Christian religious festivals, most notably Easter, Christmas, and Pentecost. The Russian Chinese are known for their unique cuisine, which mostly consists of traditional Russian dishes, but also
What is
includes
this
influences
gonna be?
from other surrounding Chinese ethnic groups. Bread and pastries are popularly consumed by the Russian Chinese community and are often accompanied by fried dishes and traditional Russian desserts.
Well, that was interesting to watch. We all have roots and we have all mixed all over the world, and it's interesting how people manage to save a part of their history in their hearts for more than 500 years and manage to pass it on to the next generation. But with this said, I want to say thank you to everyone who watches this video, and for the super crazy people that click the join button, you are awesome. Everyone can subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.